once upon a time. ஒரு காலத்தில். So once upon a time means the mind goes where? Yesterday, day before yesterday, 1 year or 1 kalpa, we don't know. Once upon a time, Parikshit Maharaj was very eager. A Brahmana gave birth. That is Brahmana's wife. Unfortunately, as soon as it touched the ground, he died. Nowadays, we don't know how many are dying inside stomach holes. Who will be blaming? So immediately, in those days, it is said that, of course, there is a lot of quotation. Never become a king, never become a husband or a ruler or a responsible person if you are not able to take care of your subordinates. So this Brahmana, he thought, I didn't do anything. He's putting entire blame on the king. You are responsible. Because the king takes responsibility of the prajas. Rather, he didn't even think about his karma. He's putting the entire blame. And Shukadeva Goswami is continuing. He took the dead corpse of the baby directly to the kingdom. He said, lamenting. And the words he uses is very terrible. Ugrasena is a nice king, wonderful king. He will not do any mistake. But he says, you are greedy. A greedy enemy of Brahmanas. If the Tamil Nadu politicians read this, they will be very happy. Because they are doing the same thing. They are condemning the Brahmanas. You greedy enemy of the Brahmanas. Unqualified. And you are engaged in sense pleasure. That is the reason my son has now been without life. Something should happen in your duty. Knowingly, unknowingly, you might have done some mistake. For that reason, I am being punished because I am serving you. The Brahmanas always glorify in the court of the kingdom. They do patan, patan, sacrifice, all the festivals the Brahmanas invited. And who's writing this purport? Not Prabhupada. This purport is written by disciples of Prabhupada who had enough training when Prabhupada was alive. Today morning also we saw. He always keep his hand and his stick and direct his disciples. So those disciples, they always think of Prabhupada's teachings. For them, like how Parikshit Maharaj was always thinking of Shukadeva Goswami's instruction, disciples of Prabhupada always think of Prabhupada's instruction. And they are putting a purport which is very much applicable to all of us. Different types of manager in different levels. First we go to ourselves. Everyone is a manager for their own body. 5 senses are there, mind. We have to manage this. So I am a manager. If my sense is not working, who is to blame? First I should blame. So here, next it goes to the person who is managing a group, small group. Or somebody a departmental head. Or it can be a small project head. If you go to the Karmi world, they are now called project head. Each one will have 5, 6. And they are given a quota. If something goes wrong, he will be fired from the higher-ups. And he will be firing this. And the entire firing will go down. Each one will start blaming others. Nobody will take responsibility. So here, in a democracy, Prabhupada always said democracy is demon-crazy. For the people, everything by the people. Now what will the ruler do? He is blaming everything on the public. He is also responsible. Whereas in autocrat, in the monarchy system, that was those days, they were very pure. They took the responsibility. As the days progress, this was not working. We all know by history of India itself, all the kings, small kingdom in India, each one was fighting amongst themselves. Dravid Desha, Kerala Desha. India was divided into so many kingdoms. Little what happened, the British came, they gobbled everything. Each one didn't have faith. So the kings lost the power and democracy came. Democracy has another problem. So Prabhupada said, democracy, a person who takes in charge of any group, he should first accept responsibility. But now what's happening? Anything good, I will take responsibility. Anything bad, I'll throw the responsibility to others. I still remember Jayadvaita Maharaj, in about 90s, he came to Barkit Road. So we were a small temple there. So he gave a class of 2 hours on a topic, I am okay, you are not okay. The topic was, I am okay, you are not okay. Everybody says, I am okay, you are only not okay. End of the class, he was able to tell us that I am not okay, you're okay. Unless we come to that platform, we can't progress in devotion service. We have to take responsibility of our actions. We can't blame anybody. And Prabhupada many times he tells his disciples, we see in the Satsvarup Maharaj Nectar, one devotee goes and complains, Prabhupada, he's doing like this. First, what you're doing? Don't blame others. You're all taking medicines. First, you take your medicine properly. Don't say that he is not taking medicine. If he doesn't take medicine, he will not get cured. You take your medicine. So here, in the so-called in Kali Yuga, the main thing has come that I am always good and everybody is bad. So that is a big disease, and that can be taken away, nullified by practice of devotion service. There's no other way. We just had this wonderful holy name week. More we chant, all these anarthas will slowly get dissolved. We'll come to know that nothing happens without the will of the Lord. At one stage. Then later, nowadays what happens? They blame the Lord itself. I am having problem because Lord is punishing me. That is not a proper way. As we progress in devotion service, some discrepancy takes place. The devotee takes responsibility himself. For this particularly, if you read the Lilamrita, at the last stage of Prabhupada's life in 1977, in the first week of November, Prabhupada called all his disciples and he was telling, and his god brothers also came, Gaudiya Math god brothers. He was catching their hand and crying. I have scolded you. I wrote many letters against you. Because of all that I am suffering now. They started crying. And no, Prabhu, you are not done this. You are done wonderful. You created such a big, beautiful empire of devotees. No, unless you forgive me, I cannot peacefully leave this body. That was the humility of Prabhupada. He took the responsibility. He never threw the responsibility on them. He said, because I was arrogant, preaching, I used certain words against you. Now see how Krishna is punishing me. He never blamed anyone. He is blaming himself. That shows one of the very good high quality of a Vaishnava. So this particular chapter will help us as aspiring devotees how to progress in spiritual life without hurting the mentality of others. We never blame. We have seen many pastimes in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Chaitanya Bhagavat, and the Bhagavatam itself. So many pastimes. Those who try to blame others, they got in problems. All the demons, like yesterday, 2 days back, the three kinds of, Lord is expanding in three kinds of beings. Rakshasas, demons and demigods. The three are there. And the purpose says Rakshasas belong to Tamoguna, demigods belong to Rajoguna, and Devata belong to Satoguna. So unless one is in the mood of Satoguna, there is no chance for elevating back to Godhead. That's a minimum platform. In Satoguna, a devotee never throws the problems on others. Whereas other lower gunas, they always blame others. So that blaming tendency is very rampant in this Kali Yuga. It's very easy to sit in the asana and tell. As soon as I come down below the asana, we start. But if I keep thinking of this particular pastime, I'll be getting some mentality, so I should not do it. That's the reason we read Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam study is not a classroom study. In schools and college we study and forget it. Bhagavatam is there both for the speaker and the hearer. They analyze and try how I can apply it to my life or how I can rectify by comparing his lifestyle with the different pastimes. We also lose many things in life. This Brahmana lost his baby. We lose maybe our character. We lose so many things. Or lose our property. Never start blaming others. There may be some situation where others will be responsible for our losing this thing. There may be. 2 hands will clap, 1 hand will not. So Prabhupada used to say that any problem is there, 50% goes to the manager, 50% for the individual. Not 100%. Mistakes are in both. Maybe the person who is supposed to take care has not properly taken care. The other person has not followed properly. Both should take the responsibility. It can be husband-wife relationship, brother relationship, between country and country. Nowadays one country is throwing blame on other country saying you are this, you are that. So all the administrators, if they read Bhagavatam, they can get some mentality how we can progress further. Forget about spiritual life. It can be. About the values and ethics, Bhagavatam has such beautiful, wonderful management topics. That's the reason recently they want to introduce special classes from Gita, not philosophy, on the important aspects of management. Gita is big management. They didn't accept because people want to do bad things. If they read Gita, they'll become good. They don't want to become good. They always want to do bad things and try to harm others. So here, is placing the problem and blame on subordinates or superior. There are three things. Either my superior and subordinates. I am in the middle. Both way we should not blame. Now, Vaishnava association of three types. You take instruction from your seniors, then you discuss among the equals and impart knowledge to the juniors. That is the association of Vaishnavas. In Vaishnava etiquette, it is mentioned that. But if you go to any Karmi office, two people start talking, two employees, they will be talking about the boss. My boss didn't give holiday. I asked to apply for the holiday. He didn't increase my salary. It will always be, that katha will be there. Then when his boss is talking, he will talk about the juniors. They are not working properly. I give you sole salary. Both ways it is going blame. Rather, modern management, forget about Bhagavatam, modern management in Japan and other places, they have used the sandwich technology. I still remember Anuttama Prabhu, who is our communication director for the entire world. So I attended leadership, that is many years back, leadership seminar for 1 week, 7 days. And first day, he made us sit in different places. We were all given a name card and all. So we sat. And after every topic, he will ask for the speaker's rating. Imagine this. The students have to gauge the speaker's rating between 0 to 10. How will it be? The teacher will tell, I have taught you for 1 hour. Can you please give me marks? The teacher will give marks for the student. The student has to tell in the small sheet, his lecture was 0 to 10 means 0 means useless, 1 means okay, 5 means 9 means very good. So we have to mark that. Then below that, if you're marking less than 5, why you have done that? You should write the reason. If you're marking 9, why? Why means, then he said, the speaker will collect all the papers and compare. You'll see how much devotees put 9. You'll see next day I'll improve that's improvement. Neither he will not tell that, why did you tell this? Tomorrow I will give you more punishment. He is analyzing, the student analyzing, this is the way. Then next day we came, the beauty is here. He told, all of you are attached to your seat. You didn't understand what happened. Yesterday you sat, Sumitra Babu, you sat in that chair. Today you're sitting in the same chair. You are attached to the chair. I said, yesterday my seat was, no, today you should sit in some other chair. Then he told, this Jiva is loitering in his material, Brahmande, Brahmanite, Koni Bhagavan, and it is getting attached to the material, it doesn't want to go out. So we should give attachment, go to another seat. So we won't be. Then he said, 10 years back, if you attend some program in a congregation house, a Lifehouse house, and you are made to sit in a place, Prashadam. Suppose you go today, your mind will only go to that place, particular area to sit. It happens really. We get attached to the particular area, place. He said you have to come out of it. Then he started telling, the management means we should actually not blame, appreciate. Don't point out mistakes. Then we told what to do. As managers, we have to tell mistakes are there. Then he gave the sandwich philosophy. Sandwich means bread, middle, cucumber, tomato or cheese. Initially, suppose if you see somebody making a mistake, you can't just barge in and tell, you fool, you nonsense, dirty, like this Brahmana is telling, greedy king. If you tell that, he will become more angry. He will use certain beautiful words, you can't even answer. Pushpa Vachaka. So rather he said, you have to just tell, wonderful. Today you are wearing very nice tilak. Wonderful kurta, wow. All buttoned very nicely. Smiling face. And that devotee will become, that person or whatever, he becomes very happy. Then what he will tell, can you improve on this? He won't even know. Like a doctor when he is giving injection to the child, He'll be laughing, smiling, telling a story, and slowly he'll put the injection. Child won't even know. Slowly he'll put some sweet on their mouth. Later he'll give a nice cotton with a chloroform and rub it. You won't even know that injection was put. Likewise, when you're having a responsible position, dealing with many of his subordinates, we should know how to correct them. Prabhupada was very correct, expert. He was like a rose. He was giving tender instruction. When he was angry, you know what happens. Sit properly. If your devotional descriptions is there, he'll become very angry. In Bhagavatam class, one lecture, he says, sit properly. Suddenly devotees were. So here, in the sandwich philosophy, initially you glorify, after telling improvement, again tell glorify him. So he'll be very happy, he'll never leave that company, whatever company you have, level you a friendship, he'll never leave the temple. If you can compare in different situations, he'll never leave even the Bhakti Visha, or whatever Namata we have, or temple. Suppose if he leaves, so we have to make an introspection that I have made a mistake by not properly correcting. What happens in a management, then one devotee was asking question to Anuttama, what if my senior is scolding me? So I have to throw that too. He said, you absorb it. Usually it happens when a father is scolding his wife is scolding the son will go to school and scold his teacher or friends, the friend will beat another friend, it will be like a chain reaction. Entire then world war will become. So rather, we have to train ourselves that anything goes wrong, differently, just gulp, be quiet, then analyze the situation from all angles. Things will happen. And he gave one more example. It's a beautiful example. There were two brothers. Both were working as chaprasi. Chaprasi means cleaner. They had to clean with the broom. That is one of the low job. So one got a job in a medical company, big MNC company. Another brother got a job in a corporation, government corporation. The person who is working in a government corporation, he doesn't like to go to work. If it's like 10 o'clock means he'll go 12 o'clock. Whereas the brother who is working for the medical company, 9 o'clock office means 8 o'clock is going. Then they made a research. They found out why it is happening. Then they made an interview. The person who was working for the government company, everyone was scolding him. You fit for nothing, you didn't study anything, you failed your examination, that's why you got cleaning job, you didn't clean properly, always 24 hours, mutton that now. So you never feel like going to the job. Whereas in that medical company, he went early. Why? Because he told, everyone is appreciating me. Because you're cleaning this area very cleanly, the medicines we are manufacturing will not have any dust. Even one dust goes, many patients will die. You are the cause for helping many patients. They encouraged him. Then what happened? He started going earlier. So he said, as managers, we have to be very cautious, find out what is this problem. Because if somebody is making mistake, there might be many factors. So many factors will be there. Maybe morning he couldn't have got up. We don't know all about that. We just rush it off. It can be genuine. So he was saying that Prabhupada used to call separately. What happened? Can you know what's the problem? One time he'll tell, 2 times, 3 times, 4th time he'll tell, if you're not able to do that. Sama, Dhamma, Danda, that 4 things are there. So this particular verse can give a nice instruction to all the practicing devotees. Any discrepancy in doing activity, there are many activities. In spiritual activity, we have to be very strict. We can't tell that I made a mistake of not chanting 16 rounds. Doing some cleaning service, make a mistake. But 16 rounds not chanting, that you should not make a mistake. Then your seniors will tell, no, you have to chant, you should chant properly. Likewise, in deity worship, you have to be very careful. Other thing that we didn't apply tilak properly, that's no problem. Tomorrow you can wear tilak straightly. So depending upon the service attitude. But here, it's all plan of Krishna. You want to just show Arjuna certain things which will make Arjuna more fixed. Because Gita is saying, I am the Supreme. Arjuna is wondering, is that Vishnu speaking or Krishna speaking? Bhagavan Vacha, for Sri Sampradaya it is Narayan. For us it is Krishna. When Sri Sampradaya Gita is there, Ramanuja's version, page 1 to page last, Sarva Dharma Parijite said, surrender to Vishnu. Even though Krishna is speaking, that Krishna is Vishnu's avatar. That is their mentality. So Arjuna might have thought like that. So Krishna wanted to prove that was the difference between that. Is a very interesting topic. I just want to give I don't want to just open the thing. So if you go there, then you'll know that who is supreme. I just give a hint. Vishnu is telling that I want to see you. Just imagine. Vishnu is saying, I made all this plan, stealing all this baby's soul and making them die so that you will bring Arjuna and I want to see you. That is the greatness. You can't even imagine this. It's mind-boggling. One incarnation, of course we can't tell incarnation, one form of the Lord wants to see another form of the Lord. We all want to see Lord. Lord himself wants to see him in different form. Why this happens, we as devotees, tiny devotees cannot understand that. And Parikshit Maharaj is listening this first time. So this is like something we can't even gauge that particular thing. So this is the beginning of that. And first the Brahmana scolding the king and blaming the king. One time, two time, third time. Then we know they go to Arjuna. Arjuna said, I will. He couldn't rescue. And that's the story we're going to learn. And the summary of this particular shloka is not to get agitated immediately. Think, see, analyze the thing, then do it. Immediately if you do certain things, we'll be in problem. Anything. It can be your mind, don't give solution. Just wait, drink some 1 cup of water, wait some time, what can I do this? Because Krodhat Bhavati, that particular series of shloka in the Gita, as soon as mind gets agitated, the anger, in anger, we will not be knowing what is right and what is wrong. Then later we will lament. Especially a drunkard and a angry man, don't even go near them. Just tell Hare Krishna and come off. You try to preach to them, you're finished. I had a personal experience. In Virudhachalam, near Neyveli, we had a book table. Wonderful table. Rukmiya Prabhu was there, Rohit was in book bag. I was distributing Gita, one drunkard came. We didn't know what to do, because drunkard can do anything. But this drunkard, what he did, he started bringing people, come buy Gita, buy Gita. Because of him, that day we sold 15 Gita. From 7 o'clock to 8:30. Then we thought, Krishna sent one, but we didn't tell anything. So we were packing the things, keeping in the bus, Sankirtan bus. Later he called me. I did 1.5 hours service, give me 1,000 rupees. Then, because he's drunkard, fully drunkard, his body was not shaking. We know if we give him money, he'll go and drink again. So we didn't want to, we just tell, okay, some prasadam and give. No, I want 1,000 rupees now. Then I told, because he doesn't understand English, so I told different devotees, all of you go to the bus, keep everything locked. I will handle him. Tell the driver to sit. When I signal like this, I will also sit inside. That plan was there. We did without knowing. I was just talking to him, how are you, how is everything? Oh, 1,000 rupees you want in 100 rupees notes or 10 rupees, something you were engaging. Then when everyone inside, I was near the door. As soon as the bus started, I went inside. Then this drunkard, he didn't give up. He went in front of the bus and did like this. Then one of our devotees, he steered the driver like this, in action. That means go forward. So this drunkard thought the bus is going to be driven on. He did like this. He saw from the glass, mirror. What he did, he took a big stone and hit the bus. There was a big crack. Big crack. Then as soon as a crack happens, immediately that fellow got afraid. He ran away. Then later, those days no more WhatsApp, no phone and all. We went and found out that fellow's address. Night we gave a FIR complaint. The police tracked that man, and next morning he was inside. Later, this police were telling this drunkard want to see devotees. Why you want? He was when the gate opened, he fell at all our feet. Yesterday we thought I was on completely different position. I have family. Nobody is there to take care. I will be in loss. Please excuse me. I will never do this mistake. Then I was just thinking, he did some service to the Lord with a drunkard mood. We somehow, of course, then that police said, you broke the glass, you have to, he told, I'll repair it. He repaired and gave. So why I'm telling you is this, if we had fought with that driver, that drunkard immediately, he would take the book table, thrown the books here and there. So Krishna gave sentence. So as preachers, like Prabhupada faced so many problems. As preachers, we can find problems in many ways. So we have to just somehow I like that example given by Burijan Prabhu. When you are driving a vehicle in a Calcutta busy lane, for him Calcutta is busy always. For us it is Ranganathan Street. Prabhu was saying that he was doing Nagasangeetan in Ranganathan. In Ranganathan Street, if you want to drive a bike, you have to be very tolerant. Trinadapi Shunichena. A vegetable man's shoulder bag will hit you, somebody's pot will hit you, everything will happen. So you have to put a brake, sometime go back, sometime go like this, accelerator does it reduce, sometime you get down and push your bike, all will happen in 100 meters distance. You can't keep scolding at this man, that man, you will be completely finished, they'll trample you and go. The life is also like that. It can be a devotional life, or a married life, or a karmi life, and jnani life. We are now walking in a busy, crowded, jammed area, so we have to adjust according to time, place and situation. Suppose there's a traffic jam here, what we do? We have to go on a different route and go. Likewise, we have to always think of Tinadapi Shunichena, wear it on the Kantimala, that Tarorapi Shaishnuna. I just saw one WhatsApp video. I like to give examples always. They mentioned that there was a train going in a forest, dense forest, somewhere in Assam. There are many elephants in the forest. One elephant was crossing from this side to that side. As he was crossing, the driver at night he couldn't see the elephant. Elephant is black. So the engine hit the elephant. Elephant is very big. Immediately the brake was put, train stopped. But the elephant was injured like anything. Shoulder, blood oozing. All the passengers came down, they taking selfies and photo of this elephant. And imagine, this elephant didn't sit there. I don't know, in the Paramatma instance, the elephant would have thinking 1,000 passengers sitting there. What it did, it was crawling with great difficulty, went to the other side of the railing and it died there. And that moment nobody could even call the forest elephant. They are mentioning that even animal has a facility, he didn't revolt it back. Elephant would have thrown the engine. In that anger, elephant it could have done the engine and the entire train would have gone. Many would have died. Only I am going to die. Let all those people. He just went and peacefully died there. And somebody took the video of that and said, we had learned from this animals also. And then somebody said, that's the reason we should actually, in Hindus all worship animals, no? Elephant means Ganesha, monkey means monkey. So in Hindu, we always respect all the, and because most of the forms of animals are some type of avatars of God, Lord, anything, even the pig also. Then what to speak of human beings then? We should always respect each other. So that should be the attitude. So a lot of devotees can get a lot of realization. You can take this as a homework assignment also. When you go back to your home, wherever, you have to take a notebook and pencil, write in my life, who all offended me. This was exercise given to us in the GBC college. Bhagat Bhagat Maharaj. He told, everyone write three points. 1 point, which devotee you don't like in the ISKCON. You don't like. Which devotee you like. Which you like or not like. 3 types. When you tell you don't like, why you don't like? You should write the answer and show me. Then, after you tell don't like, what are the things you are going to do to rectify your situation so that you will start liking him? Inside that question is the 3 answers in that. Then we all had to break because nobody liked, because every devotee would have some situation in the life where somewhere certain things would happen. Then he said, then after analyzing all the answer, suppose somebody would have offended you 10-15 years back, and you do feel very shy to go to him because we don't have the guts. You don't go. You find out his friend, his close friend. You tell him, see that I told him that I have forgiven you. He will go and tell. Indirect, then he may excuse. Because you don't have that. Because if he also sees, he will go back. He won't see your face in turn. You find his friend, and who is friend to you also, you use that method. So likewise, he gives so many methods. At the end of the class, everyone becomes very peaceful. That is the class before standing 64 rounds. He's preparing us to chant 64 rounds tomorrow. He's telling all this. Then he said, go back to your temples, write down different devotees' name, why they happened, how we can rectify. Somehow you have to give that to him. When he sees that, he will tell, oh, I also offended, I should have. So these start crying. And Anutama Prabhu, not Anutama, what is his name? Mahatma Prabhu. He's very expert in japa workshop. He said when he was temple president long back, he offended one devotee. Then that time he forgot, because when you have authority we become a little ego. Later for 10 years he was not able to chant properly. Whenever he was chanting, he used to mind that devotee used to come in his mind. I offended him, but he doesn't know where the devotee went. He no address. So he went to a senior devotee and asked what to do. He said, mentally forgive him. So one day he closed his eyes, mentally he brought the devotee form in his front face. He fell at his feet, hugged him. Oh my devotee, I forgive. Next second his heart became very light. He was jumping with joy, he was able to chant properly. So this is another technique. So likewise, if you keep doing all this, when the time comes, like Parishad Maharaj going to come, and time comes, your heart will be very light. Otherwise, your heart will be so heavy with all the offenses, the Vishnu Dutta will find very difficult to carry you. They will tell, what is this? Atma is very light and it's very heavy. You know, the dead body is very heavy, you know. Soul is very... A child, a 3-year-old child, I can carry and play. A 3-year-old child, dead body is too difficult to carry. We need two people. So when the soul has in the mind, it has all these anarthas and having all these offenses, it was very heavy with thoughts. So night from now, we'll keep on taking out one by one, whatever devotee we have offended. Every morning we read. We might have offended knowingly, unknowingly. You know that in our own scriptures, unknowingly we are also offenses there. Durvasa Muni we know. What mistake he did? He just, Brahmins told him, you can drink water. Durvasa Muni got angry. So likewise, we may do intentionally or unintentionally also. We don't know. So we have to, I'll say Aparar mantra. Every day, when the pujaris go inside, they chant one mantra. When they come out, they Aparada Shodaka mantra. Knowingly, unknowingly, I committed mistake. When I chant, when I'm doing puja, my mind would have gone. That mantra, not only pujaris, we should also, I think we should have in the pocket always and read that. Knowingly, unknowingly, I committed the mistake, the lotus feet of devotees, oh Vaishnava, please forgive me. Please forgive. Vanchakalpatarabhyasa is one of the best prayers. But like a Vikramaditya's throne, there was one boy playing football with all his friends. That boy was completely lazy. He doesn't go to school, doesn't study, illiterate. So when the ball went to a mound of sand, he went there. As soon as he picked up the van, he started talking philosophy, this boy. Great philosophy. One day all villagers were thinking, how can this boy who has never read any scriptures talk wonderful philosophy? When he came down, he became again normal. Then that something is wrong, or some surprising. They started digging the sand dune. Down was a big asan, belonged to Vikramaditya. Because the king, when he sits on that, he'll be wonderful. So when we sit on the Vyasasan, we are presenting the Vyasas and the Parampara. And the person who was sitting, including myself, when I talk, Vyasa is speaking and I'm also learning. I'm also listening. This was told by one sannyasi. He said, when I give class, first I am listening. Because my mouth is very nearby, 6 inch for 4 inch. Then others are listening. I give class to myself, so I rectify. So that asan is so powerful, Vyasasan. It makes mukam karoti vachalam pangum langete kirim. It kripa. If a lame man can walk, a blind man can see, anything can happen. But we should always think that wherever I'm sitting, that Vyasasan. Whichever position. So we should always think that I should be responsible. Yadit achariti seshas tattat evatur janaha. Krishna tell, whatever the great people do, the juniors follow. So that's what he says here. O king, you done a mistake, I am suffering. That was that level of, I think during Ramchandra time also this happened, same thing. Something wrong happened. Rama took responsibility. He banished his own wife. Imagine. Still people are criticizing Rama for it. He said, I am for truthfulness. I don't want anybody to talk about me. And recent example, Lal Bahadur Shastri. He was a railway minister. He was in Paris somewhere attending some meeting. One railway accident took place here. Indian driver did a mistake. He resigned. He said, I am responsible as a railway minister. Under me all the railway people come. So many people got, he resigned. How many ministers resign nowadays? That was the greatness. Still he's been respected as a person who took responsibility. When something happens wrong, recently in New York, Woodlands Hotel, I think for 10 years back, there's a party on the 31st December. On a swimming pool, they made a dance floor, a wooden floor. As soon as everybody started dancing, it collapsed. Many went inside and died. Who was arrested? The Woodland main owner. He said, I didn't do anything. No, you are responsible. So, if you see here, anyone who takes responsibility should take the responsibility. Otherwise, don't take. Otherwise, be humble. When you're responsible for whatever, small, even two men, a family, husband is responsible. Or you are responsible for your senses. You can't tell my eyes went there. You can beat your eyes and tell, don't see this side. Beat your ear. Beat your nose. My nose went to that kitchen, what to do. It went to that shopping mall. My legs carried me. You just give big slap to the leg. Instead of going carrying the body to the temple, you are going to the mall. You can internally give punishment to you. Insult. That's what we have to progress. You can't just carry on wherever you go. So this is a wonderful, beautiful lessons we have learned. We should thank Shukadeva Goswami. He is not only preaching to Parishit Maharaj. There are so many in the future, and that will be happening. And it's a lesson for all of us. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Devotees have any experience or questions or realizations? Tukaram. Atheist. Wonderful. Wonderful devotee. Same thing with Jagai Madai also. Jagai Madai, Mahaprabhu said, I want to kill them. But Nityananda said, you have come only for rescuing them. When they were hearing this, they became devotee. And same Ajamila. He was wondering. They both are talking. I did so much sinful activity. He was a wonderful devotee. And why Prabhupada's sister, she went and complained to Prabhupada, my husband is a drunkard, she was beating me left and right, please I want to relieve. She thought Prabhupada will allow her to divorce. What did Prabhupada said? Be tolerant, serve him nicely, cook nicely to him. She did that again and again. This fellow husband thought, I'm beating my wife and anything, she's like that. And again he changed completely, became great devotee. So the tolerance, like Tukaram was being spit. In our case, somebody shows face itself will get angry. If somebody does like this, enough. He's doing like this for mosquito bite is there. He's doing like this. Why? He's not going to bite you. But our mind thinks that he's going to beat me. So we should always take his positive.
The case of what you might say during the past time, when Duryodhana told Vidura that even if you speak a single word anymore, only your body will go. Speak a single word, body will go. So Vidura, he came out and then he went for all the yatras. You know what he is thinking? Because of Duryodhana, Krishna's hand is there. So I have been able to go to so many places. I am grateful to you.
Take any river negative as positive. That should be.
Krishna's hand in every city. Narada, in his previous millennium as a Shudrani's son. After hearing the Bhakti Vedantas, he actually wanted to run after that. But he had an affection of mother was there, he was there, only they were there for each other. So, and as a small boy, the mother also died by a snake bite. Narada's mother. He immediately took the dog, he realized that Krishna's hand is there. And because of Krishna, then these things happen. Then he started walking in the forest, in the mines, wherever it is, he was just going.
Always think of Krishna, Narayana, please observe.
Here we see the Brahmana chastising the king. But on the contrary, a difference between a devotee and a regular Brahmana. Brahmana says that you are a god. But generally, we know Brahma teaches us, Attenu Kampam, whatever is happening is because of my own conviction. I don't have to blame anybody for whatever is happening. That is the level of a devotee. Another devotee is like Parikshit Maharaj, I think it's all happening in the same period. During Parikshit Maharaj, when he was cursed, he said, I made a mistake, he just walked out. But actually, who is fearing that? Samika Rishi is fearing. What is this? How immature is my son that he's cursing a king like Parikshit, who is such a great devotee? What is going to happen to my son?
He's asking forgiveness.
Yeah, he says, Nirashkita, Vipralabda, Shakta, Sutta, Ada, Abhinata, Ratbhakta, the devotees are so great. They cannot get offended, they cannot get cheated, they cannot get killed, they cannot be neglected. They will not feel anything. For such a person, my son has done, what is the solution for my son?
And Chitraketu, he was offending Shiva. Parvati got very upset. She cursed him. He took that curse as a Varaprasad. He has so much power to negate that curse. He just took as a blessing. They took the curse as a blessing. That's wonderful.
Even in that body, he was able to contract with God. Which one? No, the point is, the essence is,
If somebody scolds you,
because of the boy curse, we got Bhagavad.
I'll give an example to him. I'll give an example. A mother is going to a doctor. My son is having fever. Doctor says, I want to give injection. She had never seen injection in life. She was a village lady. So doctor is putting that like this. Mother is telling, oh, such a big needle. She thought he's using for. Then she telling, take your child's cloth away. What is going to kill my son? He is already suffering with pain, full body pain, fever. You are going to give me pain. Doctors were telling, Arey Baba, no. The small pain will remove bigger pain. So likewise, in our thing, we'll get small pain. Each of the small pain is to remove the bigger pain. We have to understand in that context. Not think that small pain is so big. The pain felt by all the great devotees, our pain is nothing. If you see Draupadi, 5 husbands, grandfather, nobody heard her. And Kunti, and Prahlad Maharaj, all. If you think our suffering is nothing, one day we don't get paneer sabji, or maybe some mosquitoes bitten, smalls here and there. The austerities and they have suffered. Parikshit Maharaj, in spite of being a king, and he got a curse. He could have countered the curse. He just see the arrangement. As soon as he got the curse, he gave up everything, started looking for association. Immediately from there, Sukadeva Goswami was born. He says coming. Lord arranges the meeting. As soon as one becomes tired in spiritual life, Lord arranges. But if we don't take advantage, we took advantage of it and became. We don't take advantage. 7 years, 70 years, 7 kalpa. Once Bhanumara told one person, asked question, how long will it take for me to achieve liberation? So 1 kalpa. So that devotee is still then Sahu and devotee. You know him. So likewise, it may take many kalpas also. Or 1 second. We saw the video last week. Prabhupada. Somebody asked, how long will it take? 1 second. That finish. Or you can wait. Katvanga Maharaj, 1 murta. Parikshit Maharaj, 7 days. In our case, 7 seconds, 7 minutes, 70 years, 70 kalpa, we don't know. So that should be the, we think of all this wonderful devotees pastime. Matchitta, Madgatpana, Bodhayanta, keep on remembering. Our suffering is nothing, bro. I always tell that example in Hindi. We're all, after initiation, what do you get the name? End name? Everyone has same name. Our first 2 names will be different. Krishna Das, Govinda, Chaitanya. Das is same. That means we are all servant. That Das will never become unhappy. If you are unhappy, that means you are not Das. In Hindi, if you know Hindi, write U Das. Udas means sad. Das kabhi udas nahi hoga. But if you see English also same, I was wondering, English also same thing. You read Das from behind, sad. A Das will never be sad. He's always jumping. Even if he's in most difficult position, he'll be jumping with joy. Prabhupada alone, he had nobody in hand, nothing. Every typewriter soldiered, always smiling and nothing. So you have to be always in that situation. Lord will be always with you. Of course, we are in material world. There will always be a problem. Yesterday somebody was telling that when somebody, Malaya Amavasya was there, Pitru Pakshu. So my father passed away. Then somebody, hey, Prabhu, do you not read Gita? That will be quite Prabhu. It's not so easy. Simply by reading Gita, you can't attend your... Even Arjuna, after listening to Gita, he's crying like anything when Abhimanyu is dying, rolling on the ground. If you read it Parshun. And when Krishna is saying, go and kill your Dronacharya, he is afraid. That means first disciple of Krishna's failure? No. As long as we live in material world, we'll have Asha Pasha. We'll have all that. I'll give one more example. There was one famous actor in India, very big, tall person. I won't tell his name here. He's also acting now also. His father was a big poet, very nice poet, right? Hari Vamsh Rai, his name was. So when his father passed away, this actor, very tall person, he was standing like this with a big chadar and kurta pajama, very quiet. One reporter went to him. Your father is dead. Everybody is crying. Why are you not crying? What did he say? I cried for many fathers in many films. So much cried I did, but there's no tear in my eyes. Suppose if I cry, you people will put in newspaper that is acting. So the realization. I'm telling, the realization can come to even outsiders, not that one attend, because Krishna is different. And one more actor, I won't tell his name. Initially, he was in touch with ISKCON, devotees gave him Bhagavad Gita, he read. After that, he gave up and went to some Mayavadi ashram. 2 days back, he was attending one Yogananda Paramahamsa's centenary program, this actor. He's a little old now, still acting. He spoke on Mahabharata. He said, what's the difference between Duryodhana and Arjuna? Duryodhana, he knows Shastra very well. He knows what is right, what is wrong. What is karma, what is vikarma. Everything he knows. What is lie, what is truth. But he will not apply it. Arjuna, Shishya Shresth Adimam Safana, he's quoted the sloka also. He surrendered. I don't know anything, Krishna. Whatever you say, I'll follow. But he said, all of us, we are in Duryodhana category. We know everything. We tell lie. We are dishonest. We cheat people. We have to come to a platform Arjuna, then only Krishna will come nearer. That's the reason Krishna is, who's selling this? Not a ISKCON sannyasi or Ramanujan. An actor who's acting in a movie, some realization he has got, and somewhere he read Bhagavad Gita. So we can take good things from different places. So that's very important, that we may know everything, but we'll fail to. But somebody, so different, Krishna has his position in different places. So we'll take leave now. Kantra Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Gaur Premanand.